Hello, my name is Sujay Nadkarni and welcome to another CRM analytics video. I grew up in India watching cricket, huge fan of cricket, and of course, like many of you, I am following the Indian Premier League. Unfortunately, the team that I support, Mumbai Indians, hasn't been having the best season. So in this video, we are going to do something amazing. We are going to do sports analytics. I've just found data for Mumbai Indians and we're going to see their best batsmen, best bowling statistics, game statistics. So let's have fun. So the first step to building your dashboard is to find a data set. I found the IPL complete data set on kaggle.com. I'll put the link in the description below. Let's explore the data set here or the data here. So we have two data sets. One is the IPL matches 2008. We have ID, city, the day the match was played, who was the man of the match or the player of the match, the venue of the match, and so on. The second one is ball by ball statistics, right? So what happened on the first ball of the first over, who was the batsman, who was the non-striker, how many runs did they score, and so on. So we'll be using this data set to create our dashboard for Mumbai Indians analysis. All right, so I have logged into my analytics studio. Now we're going to build this dashboard from scratch. I've already done this, so feel free to follow along, but I want to give you a quick preview of what we'll be building in this video. So here's a dashboard that I have built. As you can see, I have this Mumbai Indians logo. I have, insights to driving performance. I can see some statistics on the toss choices, where Mumbai likes to play, and so on. And by the way, the data set that we download, there needs to be some transformation done, and we'll see how we can build that using recipes. The first step to building a dashboard is to create a data set so that we can create transformations. Now in this video, I'm not going to focus on how to upload a data set or how to create a data set, because it's as simple as clicking create, clicking data set, hitting the CSV file, and dragging and dropping the file that you just downloaded from Kaggle. What I'm going to actually focus on is building recipes so that we can transform the data. So I've already opened Data Manager. I'm going to click on create recipe, and then I'm going to click on this plus sign because we want to input the data. So let's do that. The first thing that I want to perform some statistics on the IPL matches, right? So I'm going to select this, click on next. Let's explore the data. So we have, actually let's do columns, right? So we have umpire, player of the match, umpire 2, venue, method, city, and so on. I also have the toss winner, so that's great because we can maybe see how many times Mumbai Indians have won a toss. We can also look at the toss decision to see if Mumbai Indians prefers to bat, prefers to bowl. Maybe we can also see their favorite venue. What I don't have here is playing against. So let's look at this data. Now in this column I have, or in this table I have team 1 and I have team 2, right? Team 2 and team 1. Now Mumbai Indians could fall either in this particular column or this particular column. Now what I really want is when Mumbai Indians is part of, let's see, where is the winning team? Let's see, should be some, okay. When Mumbai Indians is part of winning team, I want to understand who is Mumbai Indians playing against. Now again, that value could be part of team 1 or team 2. So we are going to do a very, very simple transformation so that we get playing against team in that particular column. So the way to do that is I'm going to click on this plus and I am going to hit transform. It is a formula. So let's click on this, hit custom formula. We're going to use a case condition and I'm going to click on this plus sign because it writes the boiler code for me. Remove this and my condition is going to be if the winning team, and this will all make sense once you see the preview. So if the winning team equal to team 1, team 1, then populate team 2, else populate team 1. Okay, so let's say this is a text, let's call it playing against. Let's change this to a random length, hit apply, and now this will make sense once we look at the preview. So let's look at the winning team here. Okay, so the winning team here is Chennai Super Kings in the first game. Now if Chennai Super Kings is equal to the value in Chennai Super Kings, then we know that Chennai Super Kings is playing against the Kolkata Knight Riders. So let's see if that worked, and it did, right? So this is great because now we can perform some analysis and find out which team Mumbai performs best against. So let's register this and call this Mumbai Indians match stats. All right. Apply, and let's do save and run. Let's call it IPL to IPL demo. Let's call it IPL demo. Yep. Save. Okay, now let's bring in the other data set. It's called ball by ball. So let's select this, click on next, and there you go. Now let's explore this data set and see if this is good enough or if we need some transformation. We have bowlers, non-boundary, player out, non-striker. I have the batting team. I don't have the bowling team. So if I want to understand what happens when Mumbai Indians is bowling, I need that information. Now, if you recall, what I have here is I have the match ID. If I click here, I also have match ID here. Match ID here. So what I could do is I could join this data. I could bring in team 1 and team 2 and identify who's the batting team, who's the bowling team, and then perform some statistics. So let's do that. One way to join is I'm just going to hit this, drop it here. Let's do this, join. All right. Now we know the join criteria. The join criteria is not bowler, it's not umpire. In fact, it is ID. So ID and ID. Let's click on add. Let's take a look. So as you can see, all the information from my first table is now populated here. Great. All right, so similar to this, I know who the batting team is, I believe. Let's see. What do I have here? Yes, I have the batting team. I don't have the bowling team. So we need to calculate that. And again, we'll do a very similar analysis or transformation that we did for the IPL matches from 2008 to 2021. So I'm going to hit here, click on transform. And what I'm going to do is, again, click on the custom formula. Columns, actually not columns, let's do case, plus sign, remove this. Now what I want is, I want when the, I believe it's the batting team, perfect. Okay, so when the batting team plus equal to team 1, which is this, then my bowling team is of course going to be team 2. So let's do that. Team 2 plus, okay, so I'm going to remove this. Otherwise, if there is no match, then I'm going to say otherwise use team 1 as my bowling team. All right, so this is going to be an output in the form of text. Let's enter 1000 here. We don't have a default value. I'm going to say bowling team, hit apply, and let's just confirm. We just need different values. So the batting team is Chennai. Let's see, the bowling team is Kolkata, which is perfect. Now I'm going to click, actually not register it now, and call it ball by ball analysis. Just simply copy this, paste it here, hit apply. I just realized here I have non-boundaries. To me that's a little confusing. I can work with that column, but I'm actually going to create another transformation and I'm going to call it boundaries. So if I see total number of runs for a particular delivery equal to 4 or 6, I'm going to call it a boundary. Okay, so go here, click on this transform, and I'm going to create another custom formula. Let's expand this. Say case. Let's remove this. Change this. What is it? Total runs, I think it's called. Total run equal to 4 or equal to 6, then 1 else 0 numeric. This is fine. Let's call it is boundary and hit apply. This is good. Okay, so I'll have a lot of zeros. I have 1 here. Let's confirm that that is actually a boundary. Let's see, there's total number of runs here. That's it. There you go, 4 runs, and it is categorized as boundary. Now that I think about it, it should not be a number, it should be a dimension. So let's click on this particular field and convert it to dimension, hit apply, and there you go. All right, so we have our data sets ready. Let's hit save and run, and let's start building a dashboard. All right, it's time to build our dashboard. So I'm going to click on create, click on dashboard, and let's create a blank dashboard. What I want to do here is I want everything to be white. So I'm going to select background color as white, the gutters as white. All right, now what I want is I want my dashboard to look like this, right? So I'm going to place a container here, just drag it across the entire canvas, and then I want to place this image component here. Okay, let's make it slightly bigger. I believe I already have that, so give me 1 second to find it. Was it this one? Let's see, there you go. So I'm going to drag and drop it here, and it's good. Okay, now let's change this. So let's say this is fit width, maybe fit height. Okay, that's good enough. Awesome. Okay, now what I have here is a text box. So let's add a text box here. I'm going to call this insights to winning performance. Make it bold. Let's make it 32 so that it stands out. Awesome. Now I'm going to call this, let's rename this, and this will be our team statistics, and we'll create one more tab. So you know what, we'll simply clone this tab and we will call it the player statistics. Okay, awesome. All right, the next thing that we have are few queries. So let's create these queries. Super easy to do that. So let's go here, create a query, It was Mumbai Indians match stats. Okay. Now we need to apply filters because we want to understand Mumbai Indians statistics when Mumbai Indians wins. So I'm going to first say when winning team is Mumbai Indians. Okay, that's perfect. And now we need to group this data by toss decision. Okay, so great, right? Mumbai Indians prefers to field most often when it wins, and Mumbai 75% of the times it bats first, 50% of the time. So as you can see, the probability of Mumbai Indians winning is higher when it likes to field. So let's click on done. What else was there? We have number of times Mumbai Indians wins tosses. That's a good stat. So let's click on plus again. Now, by the way, I am applying filters for winning team equal to Mumbai Indians. I can do that as part of global filter as well. That way, every time it loads, it just shows Mumbai Indians. By the way, if you support different team, you would do the same. If you support Bangalore, simply change the winning team equal to Bangalore. So I'm going to hit winning team here, hit Mumbai Indians, and let's see, I think it was, what is it, toss winner. Okay, so Mumbai Indians, when Mumbai Indians wins a toss, as you can see, it wins the most. And let's do this. We can actually even exclude Mumbai Indians, so let's do that. Plus toss winner does not equal Mumbai Indians, right? So Mumbai Indians usually wins toss against Kolkata, followed by Delhi, Chennai Super Kings, and so on. So let's do done. What else do I have here? So Mumbai Indians favorite venue. Okay, so again, create query. We'll use the Mumbai Indians match stat, apply the same filter, winning team, Mumbai Indians. Let's see which is Mumbai Indians favorite venue. So I'm going to hit venue here. This is great, right? 1K day. Mumbai's home stadium is the place where Mumbai Indians wins a lot. So click done. We have Mumbai Indians wins most against and top 10 star players. Awesome. Okay, so this is good. Create query, Mumbai Indians match stats, filters, winning team, Mumbai. All right, and then we need playing against. This is the dimension, or this is the column that we created using recipes. So let's do this. As you can see, most number of matches Mumbai has won against Kolkata, followed by Chennai Super Kings, Royal Challengers Bangalore, and so on. So hit done, and then let's find out the top 10 players. So Mumbai Indians winning team, again the same thing. Okay, then we'll use player of the match so that we identify who our top players are. And as you can see, our top player is Rohit Sharma, the captain. I want just the top 10 players, so I'm going to hit limit here, and I'm going to place a limit of 10 players. You can change it if you want to look at top 5 players or 6 players or 20 players. You have the option to do that using clicks. Okay, all right, so I have done that. Click on done. And the next thing that I need to do is simply drag and drop this here, and then apply some colors so that the dashboard looks nice. So let's do that. So the first is toss decision. Let's bring it here. Okay. Now I want to clean this. I don't like the bar chart. I like the donut chart. So I'm going to make it a donut chart. The other thing that I really like is I want a title that describes the team's decision. So Mumbai likes to, and we can change this to, let's say 18, or maybe let's make it 24. 24. Okay, so this is very clear, right? Because it tells me Mumbai likes to bat or field. All right, now I want to clean up few things. So I don't want the I don't want to actually, let's keep the legend. What I don't want is let's go to donut chart. This is good because I don't need the count of rows, and this is fine. Total is 125. We can reduce the center size, I think. We don't need to know the total number of matches. So this is great, right? Mumbai likes to bat and bowl. I can even reverse the ordering. So this is now clear because 75 is a higher number. So I just reverse the order. All right. The next thing that we want to know is the toss winner statistics. So let's put that here. This is fine as is. Again, I'm just simply going to just clean up few things. So I am going to call this Mumbai often wins toss against. Make this 24, I believe, is what we used on the other chart. Awesome. Now let's go to the y-axis. I don't need the show title. This is pretty clear. Let's go to x-axis. And I don't need show title. So this is my count of rows. Again, extremely clear about what's happening. Now let's do favorite venue. So let's place this here. Same thing. This is great. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Mumbai loves to play at. Make this 24. This is perfect. Come down here. I don't need the title because this is pretty clear. X-axis, I can remove the title. So this tells me where does Mumbai like to play. Let's see, what else did we have? We had, let's actually look at this dashboard. Mumbai Indians top 10 players, and Mumbai Indians wins most against. Did we do that? What is this? Umpire formula. Maybe this is wins against. Yep. So let's say Mumbai wins against. Let's call this 24. And then similarly, we don't need the title, and on x-axis we don't need the title. All right, now let's do a quick preview to see how this looks. This looks amazing, right? I have the toss statistics. Mumbai likes to field often. Mumbai wins toss mostly against the Kolkata Knight Riders. Mumbai loves to play in Wankhede Stadium. Mumbai also wins against Kolkata Knight Riders. So let's say if Mumbai was playing in Wankhede Stadium, I could simply click on this, and as you can see in Wankhede, Mumbai 28 times has bowled first, 13 times has batted first. At Mumbai, at Wankhede Stadium, Mumbai most often wins the toss against the Delhi Daredevils. So I can, if we were playing against Delhi Daredevils and we had won the toss, I would simply click on this and see what would happen. Now, as you can see, these two are selected. Mumbai prefers to field. We played 4 games, prefers to field against the Delhi Daredevils. We batted once, and again, all 4 times Mumbai has won against Delhi Daredevils. Now, mind you, the data needs to be clean. Mumbai certainly has played more against Delhi. I'm sure it's called Delhi Capitals or something. So we can change that data. But this is very helpful, right? You can quickly understand the statistics behind Mumbai. If Mumbai was playing against a certain team, what does the team like to do? Bat first, bowl first. How often does Mumbai win a toss, and so on. All right, so it's time to now build a dashboard to identify Mumbai's top players, top batsmen, and top bowlers. So let's do that. Let's go to this tab. We already have this built out. Let's go here and let's create a query. It's a different data set. Believe it's called, let's see, is it called ball by ball analysis, I believe that's what it's called. Okay, so I have this. The first thing that I want to know is who are my top 10 batsmen, right? Which batsmen have scored the most amount of runs for Mumbai Indians. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on sum, total batsman run, and again I want the same thing. I want the batting team this time, not the winning team. The batting team needs to be Mumbai Indians. Apply, and I want to group this data by the batter. Let's change this. Okay, so as you can see, Mumbai's top batsman is Rohit Sharma, who scored 4,400 runs. Pollard has scored 3,300 runs, and so on. So let's call this top batsman. I just need top 10 records. So again, I'm going to limit this to 10 records. Hit apply, and I'm done. Let's bring this here. Let's clean this up really quickly. Click here, top 10 run scorers. Let's make it 24, and y-axis we don't need the title, x-axis we don't need the title, and that's it. It looks good. Actually, let's remove the legend as well, because we know what this is. This tells us what this chart is doing. The next thing that we need are who scores, or the number of boundaries that Mumbai Indians has scored. So this is the place where we're going to use the is boundary column, the column that we created using the recipes. So is boundary, but again, these are the total number of boundaries, yes and no. I'm going to say batting team is Mumbai Indians. Apply. Perfect. And then I'm just going to display this in the form of a donut chart. All right. So let's bring this here. All right. Now, number of boundaries. This is great. 24. And yep, this looks good. Okay, now let's try to find out the top wicket taker. So again, we're going to use the ball by ball analysis. So I'm going to click here. We have a column called is wicket delivery. So we want yes is wicket equal to 1. We also want the bowling team. This was a calculated dimension that we created using recipes. So bowling team equal to Mumbai. All right. We want to group this by, I believe we have a bowler here, and there you go. Now, by the way, the wicket delivery could be runouts and things like that. So what we need to do is we actually want to make sure that the bowler bowled and the wicket was either, you know, LBW or the player was caught or so on. So we're going to apply another filter. I believe it's called kind. So I'm going to hit kind here, and we're going to use bold, caught and bold, hit wicket, LBW, and stumped, because the bowler is going to get credit for the victory, for the wicket. So hit apply. There you go. Malinga has 168 wickets. So again, let's go back, make this to 10, apply top 10 bowlers. Okay, place this here. All right, top 10 bowlers, make it again 24, and we'll clean up the chart later. All right, so the final thing that we want to do is I want to see which team does Mumbai Indians bowls best against. So again, we want wicket is wicket, 1, apply. Bowling team is Mumbai, and we can do batting team here, right? And let's do this. So most wickets have been taken against Chennai, Kolkata, Royal Challengers Bangalore. Again, this includes everything, run outs and all these things. So let's hit done, and I believe it's, what was it? All right, now let's quickly perform an analysis and see what are some interesting things that we have found. Before we do that, let's save this, call it Mumbai Indians dashboard, hit save, and I'm also going to put 2 links here. So on the first page, I'm going to drag and drop a link here. I'm going to call this player stats, so that we can easily go to the page, and let's do the same thing here. I'm going to drop another link here, team stat, page and layout, and we will use team statistics. Awesome. Okay, so now when I go on player preview, I can go to teams, team stats. Team stats brings me to the home page. Let's go to player stats. Now I'm seeing something very interesting, right? Mumbai has not had a very good series, and if you look at the players, most of the players don't even play for India now. Rohit Sharma is the only top run scorer for India. Pollard is still playing for Mumbai Indians. Ambati Rayudu is in Chennai. Tendulkar has retired. Surya Kumar Yadav is still there. Pandya is now in a different team. Quinton de Kock is in a different team. Krunal Pandya is in a different team, and so on. If you look at top 10 bowlers, a lot of top 10 bowlers, other than Bumrah and Pollard, most of them don't play for Mumbai, right? So very interesting stat here. If I go to team stats again, like I said, if we were playing, let's say we were playing Royal Challengers Bangalore, and this also is a very tells me a nice story, right? We win against Royal Challengers Bangalore when Mumbai Indians prefers to field, right? 5 times Mumbai Indians has fielded against Royal Challengers Bangalore. Most of the games have been won. Actually, it's equal, right? 3 games in Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore, 3 games in Wankhede Stadium, and so on. So again, very insightful information. Yeah. So I know this was a long video, 30 minutes long, but I really hope that you found this video helpful, because again, the whole point of this video was to show you how to build a dashboard and try to show you all the different aspects of building a dashboard, right? So we covered uploading a data set. We showed you how to build a recipe, how to use transformation node, how to change a measure into a dimension, creating a dashboard using components, image widgets, cleaning up your layouts. So I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you next week, and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.